Good morning. Good morning, family. It is Wednesday, and today is our last topic for our campaign hashtag Before You Write. I am Shay Cannon of Shay Cannon Publishing, and I help go-getter experts to write and publish their first book. And I do that by supporting and coaching them through the writing process, as well as providing Amazon bestseller publications, self-publication services. So guys, this is what I need you to do. I need you, if you've missed this campaign, I need you to hit that hashtag Before You Write. And I need you to go back over all of these topics, because if you miss this, if I take this down and you don't have a chance to get it, that's going to be not a good thing, okay? So I want you guys to get this information. It's the only reason why I wake up even sick, to give you guys this information to get you ready to write your books in 2017. So hashtag Before You Write, okay? Hit that hashtag. We have discussed who your ideal reader is, and we have discussed building your author platform, how to create a book outline. We have talked about how to capture all of the brainstorms you have while you're writing. We have talked about keeping it simple, and we've even talked about some of the legalities surrounding writing. We've talked about how to make your content stand out, because a lot of people are writing about something that's already been written. That's fine. What's different is you. So we teach you how to make your content to stand out. We have talked about getting support and being around like-minded people while you're trying to accomplish something as great as write your book. And we've talked about when you're doing something, to do one thing at a time, right? So that brings us to today. Today we're going to talk about what I don't want you to do, okay? What I don't want you to do. So we've already talked about the fact that if you're writing, you need to write. Don't do anything else. Write. So don't worry about the cover. Don't worry about anything else but writing until you have a complete book draft. Write until you have a complete book draft. All of this other stuff means nothing if you don't write the entire book. So the first order of business is always going to be to write to completion. Write to completion. Okay? So, that's the first thing I want you to remember. Don't stop writing, okay? Write to completion. Another thing I want you to remember is don't edit while you're writing. Don't edit while you're writing. Get out all of the information. Get out the entire story. Don't worry about your grammar. Don't worry about your misspellings. Don't worry about any of it. Get the ideas out of your head and onto some paper or onto your computer, and until you have an entire book draft. That's what editors are for, or that's what you can go back and do. So don't worry about that. Write first. Do not edit as you write. Now, I'm going to go so far as to say, don't edit your own book. Don't edit your own book. A lot of times you know what you meant to write, and so that's what you tend to see, and that's not what's there. And so you need someone else who doesn't know what you intended to write to catch those types of slip-ups and misspellings, because if you don't know how to spell it, you don't know how to spell it, right? So if you see it again and it's not spelled correctly, you don't know that because you didn't know how to spell it in the first place. If you're not sure where commas go and semicolons, and I suggest that you do not edit your own book. You want your product to be the best that it can be, and so get someone else to edit your book. Even if you don't pay someone like me for services to edit your book, find an English teacher. Find somebody who's really good with words. Find somebody who... Just get somebody else to help you, okay? This is the one thing I would say you need to spend... Good morning. You need to spend money on, because that's going to be what separates you. It's so many books on Amazon that are not edited, and so they could have been so much better, and it gets on the reader's nerves, and so they don't read your book to completion, or they leave you a bad review. Editing is very important, so just make sure that you save your pennies. Just save your pennies and go ahead and get your book professionally edited, okay? Now, To be a writer, they say it's best to be an avid reader. Okay, so to be a writer, they say it's best to be an avid reader. If you are not an avid reader, if you're writing a novel, you need to be an avid reader in whatever genre your novel is in. If you are writing nonfiction, then you need to be very versed in how books are written within your nonfiction genre, right? So if you're teaching someone something, you need to know how other people are teaching it. Even if you're not going to do it that way, you need to know how other people are doing it, okay? If you're not good at that, but you still have good information to give, then you need to find what is called beta readers. Find someone who is used to reading novels in that genre. Find someone who is used to reading novels in that nonfiction group that you're writing in. So if you're not good at reading in that group, find someone who is so they can help you fill the gaps of your book, okay? Every time that there's a rule, yes, you can break the rule, but you need to know why the rule is in place to effectively break that rule. So find somebody to read your book if you're not an avid reader, okay? So don't just stick your book out there and you haven't had someone to help you, all right? If you've never submitted your book for publication, don't format your own book. Don't format your own book. That's, again, one of those services. Now, I will tell you, in my opinion, I would pay for editing and not worry about formatting if I had little money. But formatting is important. Your readers tend to be very judgmental, okay? So if you're supposed to be an expert in something, they expect for your book to be an expert book. Okay, they expect for your book to represent your expertise. So all of these things that are the steps to making your book look the way books look are important. So editing, formatting, I will tell you my pet peeve on formatting is I don't like to see a book that is not justified. Now, justified simply means the words have a straight line on both sides. Okay? So to me, a good way to spot a self-published book for me is to see that jagged edge of words. Jagged edge of words. Or spaces that don't make sense. Or ghost sheets, ghost pages, blank pages that are somewhere that clearly that wasn't supposed to be a blank page. All of these are formatting issues. So think about the things that you're going to need if you're going to self-publish a book that make your book look its best, because this is a representation of you and you definitely want to put your best foot forward. Graphic design, okay, your book cover. Now, some people write books that have graphics in the middle of the book, throughout the book, and that's fine. One thing I want you to know about that is that if you have color pictures throughout your book, you are raising the cost of your book, the wholesale cost of your book. So think about that. Think about, does your book need to have color pictures throughout? Okay? Even if they aren't color pictures, if they're pictures, it could raise the cost of your formatting, because what happens is pictures tend to move when you're trying to format a book. Pictures tend to move. They're supposed to be in the middle. They tend to move or cause extra spaces, and so that can make your formatting costs go up. But we've talked about your book cover before. Very important that your book cover is a great representation of your book. Hugely important. That is like your first impression, your book cover. So make sure that you're using someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to your book cover. Now, in a pinch, can you go somewhere like Canva and create your book cover? There are some great book cover templates in Canva. Awesome book cover templates. So you can go in there, kind of change colors, maybe change a picture, and that's fine. But I need you to keep in mind that that's only going to work for an ebook. You still need someone to professionally create a book cover, front, spine, and back if you're going to have a print book. Having a print book takes a little more work, so you're going to need a professional to make sure that the measurements of the front cover, the spine, and the back cover matches the number of pages of your book and can actually wrap around your book correctly, okay? So that the front cover picture is centered, and then you wrap to the side, and then it goes to the back, okay? So there's actually a science to that. There's measurements to that. So keep in mind that when you have a print book, that's a little harder, and you may need professional help for that. Now, something that I want you guys to keep in mind is that writing a book is a huge achievement, okay? But that's just actually the first part, because once you write your book and you have your book for sale, you have to market your book. You have to get out there and be the face of your book, or get out there and get your book known to get people to buy your book. Because once you get past mom and them, okay? Yeah, once you get past your family and mom and them, who's going to buy your book? Who knows about you? You have to market your book. So the first step to that was creating your author platform. So if you didn't do that before you wrote your book, you're already behind. Okay? So my next don't is don't think you don't have to market your book, because you do. You have to market your book. It's very important that you realize that even if you were part of a publishing house, it's still a part of your job to be the voice of your book and get your book out there so that people know to buy it. So this may look like speaking engagements. This may look like advertisements. This may look like book signings, book launches. Start to think about what plan you have to sell your book past your reach of people that you know. You have to be able to sell your book past your own network, even though you should have grown your network by now. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't think you won't have to market, because you will. All right. Now, unstoppable. The second half of the topic today is be unstoppable. Okay, be unstoppable. Life will happen. While you're writing your book, life will happen. Important interruptions will happen. Family, friends, work, health issues. But just like you have to keep working, you have to keep living, you need to keep writing. Okay? You have to keep writing. You have to decide before you begin to write, I'm going to be unstoppable. I'm going to write my book no matter what. Now, somebody like me, as a writing coach, I don't take many excuses at all. Because once I set my mind to doing something, I'm going to do it. So I have a plan and I have a backup plan, because what can't happen is that it don't get done. So what I don't accept are excuses. What I don't accept are, oh, well, but such and such happened. Okay, such and such might be something unavoidable. Okay, now that's over. Let's get back to writing. Okay, so that's the type of coach I am. That's the type of person I am. I got on this broadcast every morning around the same time regardless. Even today, I'm trying my best not to sound nasal because I don't feel well. But I committed to getting on here and teaching you guys what I know to get you ready to write your book in 2017. So guess what? I'm going to do it. Bathrobe, messed up hair, and all. I'm here because you're not here for me to look cute. You're here to get the value that I have to give to you. So when it comes to your writing, I expect you to show up. I expect you to decide the book is going to get written and not to be interrupted and not to be distracted, and to get the book done. That's what I decide, because it doesn't take a special person to write a book. There's no book gene. There's no, oh my God, you have to have so much education and you have to have so much whatever to write a book. No, you do not. In fact, little secret, you don't even have to write your book. Okay, you can dictate your book. You're not good at writing? Fine, talk through your book. Okay, just know that you'll have to pay somebody to transcribe it. But getting your book out, it's possible. It's possible. So 2017, we are definitely getting these books out. So one of the things you're going to have to do is find the time to write it. Okay? Find the time to write it. I know my busypreneurs are busy. I know you are. I'm busy. But when I set my mind to get something done, I get it done. And you're going to get it done. You're going to get this book written. So the first thing you have to do is have a plan for where you're going to write and when you're going to write. Okay? Where you're going to write and when you're going to write. Now, what you're going to write should be solved by your book outline. Because what you're doing is when you sit down and you have your book outline, you know exactly what you're going to write. You're not wasting time. You already know what you're going to write. So you're effectively using that time that you found to write. Now, if you need more ideas on how to find time to write, that brings me to what I need you to do next. I need you to go to the Facebook group community. The Facebook group's name is Canon Content Cafe. in that Facebook group waiting on you right now is not only all of the bonuses for this Before You Write campaign, but there is an ebook that is free right now called 30 Plus Ways to Find Time to Write. Okay? Even if you're a parent, there are some ways specifically for you. Okay, specifically for you. Trust me, I have 3 boys, one of which is still in the household, and so I know how hard it can be to work and take care of family, especially when you have small children and all of these things, and then to add on top of that trying to write a book. I know. Still not going to allow you to use it as an excuse though, and I've gotten you some solutions, some tools. So go and download that ebook, 30 Plus Ways to Find Time to Write. Okay, so that is waiting in the Facebook group for you. Now, what are some of the other bonuses from this campaign? There was a template for brainstorming, a template for your book outline. There was a checklist for your author platform. There was a worksheet to decide who you're writing to, because you need to know that before you start writing. What else is in there? There are some tips on keeping it simple. And there was, I think, a checklist or a tip list on staying within the parameters of being legal with your writing. Okay. I think there was a checklist for how to keep your content, how to make your content stand out. Let's see, what else is there? Okay, so for this week, I'm going to create some things for both the Do One Thing at a Time and the Be Unstoppable. Even if it's just something motivational that you can post, I'm going to give you some type of bonus this week. So I have left all the bonuses in the group, even though I was supposed to delete them from week to week, because those are actually valuable products. And I'm giving them to you for free. So what you need to do is, soon as this broadcast ends, I need you to go to Canon Content Cafe. I need you to download everything that is there, because I will be taking all of that stuff down soon, because this campaign will be over on Friday. So meet me here. Same time on Friday, and we're going to wrap up the entire campaign, and I'm going to have something special for you guys to thank you for following this campaign with me, and to also further our cause of getting you ready to write your book in 2017. So once again, I am Shay Cannon of Shay Cannon Publishing. I help go-getter experts to write and publish their first book. I do that by supporting and coaching them through the writing process, as well as providing Amazon bestseller self-publication services. So this campaign is #Before You Write. Hit that hashtag to view all of the videos. These videos are also in our Facebook community, the Facebook group Canon Content Cafe. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can leave them in the comments, and I will definitely answer those for you all day long. That is why I come on this early, to give you guys time to listen to me as you get ready for work, listen to me as you get the kids ready for school, which I think most kids are out of school this week. And also you can put me in your aux, in your car, and listen to me on your commute on the way to work. So hit that hashtag and go back through all of these broadcast. You can do that in your car and just listen to them. Go from broadcast to broadcast on your way to work, and make sure that you have all of this information, and then hop into the Facebook community, Canon Content Cafe, and get all of those valuable extras, all of them. Go to the files and download all of that, including the ebook that is right now free within our group, 30 Plus Ways to Find Time to Write and Create Content. So yeah, I need you guys to get on it. Okay, so meet me here again Friday morning, and we're going to wrap up the entire campaign, and you will find out what extra I have for you on Friday, because I'm so proud of you guys that you followed me through this campaign and that you're getting ready to write. And so our next step is we're going to jump in and we're going to get started writing in January. So in January, we have an entirely new thing going. So make sure that you have all of this foundational information ready, okay? So make sure you go and you view the broadcast, the videos, and make sure, first and foremost, that you go and download all of the extras, because those extras are going to be what's deleted. Those broadcasts will be there for you in the group, but the extras and the files will be deleted because those are products to be sold. So you go get them now while they're free, okay, guys? Well, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, and I'm going to go and try to feel better, go get some medicine in me, and you guys have a great day, and keep living and keep learning, because life is content. All right, guys, have an awesome day.